BLASTMUSIC247.com. We're changing the industry one artist at a time.
All right, so tell me why. I was just talking to y'all for 3 minutes. For 3 minutes. And then I got the message that it wasn't even live. Now I hit that magical button because y'all know I learned to push the buttons by now. And it went through the whole cycle and the fun music. I'm vibing, yada yada. And sure enough, it wasn't even broadcasting. I don't know why. And I probably won't know why until I talk to my amazing VP, who is the tech human, and can help me understand that. So let's get to why we are together today. Welcome to SXP MetaMorphosis 365 Growth Podcast. If you're running around here, that means that you are open to growing, and that is beautiful. Thank you for taking time to subscribe to the channel. Also subscribe to Melikia K, Courtney, and just get ready to grow and be amazing and feel good and goof off, because we do a little bit of all of that on this podcast. And I am a spoken word artist, so you'll catch some of that here too. But this podcast is specifically for growth. In the beginning, there is gratitude, as there was from day one of podcasting. It's the same. So thank you to BLASTMUSIC247 for giving me a wonderful podcast home to come play in and learn and grow in, because I am growing too. It's important to me to be a lifelong learner. So trust and believe I am sharpening skills consistently, and I'm learning more constantly. Those are musts for me. So thank you to Blast for giving me opportunity to stay true to my values. And then also, if you've not gone to BLASTMUSIC247.com, what you waiting on? Go ahead and get out on over there. And if you are an artist, spoken word like myself, singer, anything that's got AV to it, if you'd like to have your talent showcased on a podcast homed with BLASTMUSIC247, then go ahead and sign up, and let's get that done for you, because it's wonderful to be a diamond, right? But oh my God, isn't it even nicer when the folks see you? So let people know who you are, where you are, and shine your talent brightly with BLASTMUSIC247 and me right here on this podcast. If you like, I'd love to have you. Okay, so those things are in the water. That part is done. I wanted to make sure I kept my promises, because what I did promise to do in the new year was to go back and kind of break down some of the denser content, because we were going. And I am used to teaching master's level classes. I am used to running masterminds. I'm used to groups and in person and get it like we're working for it because we want it, right? And that may be a faster pace than some are ready for. And I respect that. Let me get a sip. That's like good quality H2O. And I respect that. So we're going to do a couple of things today together. This is a very relaxed kind of evening and conversation. We're going to touch back on the conversation that we went through prior for NYE. The conversation moved around having a bomb 2025, like really moving through and away. Hilarious. I put on my D&D and I'm getting this. Moving through into 2025, moving away from 2024, the things that you really just don't want to carry with you and you don't need to. There may be some things that have your attention that you kind of want to bring with you, but you know full well you don't need to, right? So we're going to address a little bit of that, and then I'm going to share these notes. We're going to go through that and refresh up. Oopie. And y'all know what I do. I take up the notes so we don't get lost in conversation because that's important too. I want to respect your time. And then also, guess what I found out? I didn't even know you could do it. I found out that you could share your screen in StreamYard. So like I said, I'm just learning. I've only been podcasting for a few months now. I love it. It is a high joy to just share the things that I've learned and to give people tools and tips and keys that I needed along the way for my growth. And I know the things that I faced were not unique per se to me. Like I know that other people went through it as well. So it made sense to me to learn and to master and to do it at a level where I could turn around and share it and help somebody else. Because that's the whole reason I feel like we're here. Like, why would you not share amazing with your people? I don't get it. There's no reason for that. So let's jump into a recap on the quickness. And then we're going to play share the screen and just kind of be together. I recognize that there is a need for company, right? And for being. So I want to make sure that you have the space to be and learn, like literally. So get comfy with me. I'm going to get comfy with you. I'm taking it a little bit slower today. If I get excited and that passion starts pouring forth about what I'm talking about, that rate of speech is going to increase. It's just the case. So listen deeply, listen quickly. But for now, let's go teeny tiny bit slower. So last week we talked about gratitude. It is so important. You notice that I start my show with gratitude. That is really not an option. First day I wake up, I am in gratitude. Throughout the day, I see some of my angel numbers and I know to pause and be in gratitude. It is often that I see 1111. I know a lot of folks say 1111, make a wish. However, for me, it's a moment just to stop. 60 seconds of full on thank you. I'm not asking for anything. I don't need anything. I am just existing in a state of gratitude. I am being, and I am being wholly and fully grateful, right? So if you have not set your key points through the day or set out your spiritual fun points to come and find you so that you can stop and focus in on gratitude, I encourage you to make that a high priority in 2025 because you will find that it improves your mood. You will find that you are reminded and pulled back to your center. And you will also find that, especially us who are given to distractions, our scrollers, our doers, creators, our thinkers, a lot of times we are heavily pulled into distraction zones. And in some of those distraction zones is some heavily negative energy. Not that you're a negative person, but sometimes, let's talk about the world we're living in today, that news gets to you. Okay. So in that, when you have those moments prepared, you're recentering, you're letting go of your connection to all of that. You're letting go of the weight and the burden of all that distracted. And then you talk about the demands that follow you through your day, the things you need to get done. No avoiding those. Some of those things are heavy to carry, right? And gratitude, I kid you not, is like 100 helium balloons tied to your heart. Let it lift you, all right? Let it lift you. Think about the movie Up, kind of fun and colorful, right? Love, gratitude and love, they hold pinkies. Them ones are pinky swear. They love one another. Get it? They hang out. There's twins. Gratitude and love. When you build your gratitude, most times when you move into gratitude, you're going to find a kiss of love in it somewhere, okay? And then make it big. Make a lot of it. The things, when it comes to love, life can be so full, right? Life can be so full. But isn't it wonderful when you can look at the people you love, whether it is face-to-face or a photo or some video calling, you know what I mean? And just really sit and be in that love. And when they love you back, right? To receive that love and to give that love. How about we focus on that heavy for 2025? How about we forgive? There's a certain human who did a certain thing, who was certainly annoying in that thing that person done. And I gave that person way space. Okay, way space, because I'm not playing about certain things that I have no room for foolery. Right? I gotta tell you, that person consistently for a couple of years reached out and messaged. They did attempt to apologize initially, and then went on to just stay connected even though I'm not responding. I thought it was kind of interesting, right? And at the same time, I recognize there's no hate between us. There's no ought. I don't have an enemy. She doesn't have an enemy, right? So I let the peace be because there was love present. So sometimes it is okay to let that be the state and to keep your channels of love clear and flowing, right? Sometimes they have to be redirected, and that's fair, and that is fine to do. You got to gauge that for yourself. Please don't let it be hinged on pettiness, on anger, on rejection, on misunderstandings, okay? So, love, that's the point. Gratitude, love, forward. Patience. I made the mistake of praying for patience. I didn't know what happens when you pray for patience. I did that. And I didn't even catch it the first time, the first year, the second year, the third year. I didn't catch it so much later. Like, dude, every time I pray for patience, something is occurring. Something is occurring that is something I don't want to occur. But in it, I would have to be patient. This one time I prayed for patience, I ended up working almost a year straight in the 2 to 3 year olds nursery at church. I was like, oh, now mind you, I love the babies. They're a whole lot of fun, but can you imagine being in a room full of 2 and 3 year olds who really can't communicate what they need or want? There's a lot of going on between the running, the climbing, the smells, and the sound works. You know, it was a lot. But I did find that I was conscious and that I was learning through practice. That is how we learned, right? I learned my patience through practice, and that's just a fun story. And I was so much better for having that experience, and many others behind praying for patience. So I'm not saying to you, go pray for patience, because I don't know what you're going to have happen after you pray that prayer. But what I will say is, I had already had a measure of patience. I needed to exercise it. I needed to practice it. So make it your work, your business, to find your level of patience, right? And exercise that, especially my folks as we age. Oh my, y'all, when I hit that 40 mark, I was like, ooh, my patience is different. When I hit them upper marks, I was like, okay, somebody pray. And that somebody had to be me, because I knew the situations hadn't changed. Something had changed in me. All right, so I choose patience. Patience rests there for me to choose. It chooses me back, and we work together for harmony on that eternity vibe, right? Okay, forward. Mindfulness. It is that you are responsible for where your mind goes. Get it? It is that you are responsible for the thoughts that you allow your mind to entertain. Okay? So whatever it is that you are resting your thoughts on, and let's draw a trail for you real fast. We touched on this on previous videos. Thoughts are thought toward you. You are, consider yourself surrounded. There is no space. There's no open space. There's matter all around you. And carried on that lovely matter is some wonderful thoughts, okay? And who's sending those lovely thoughts to you? Go ahead and figure it out, okay? And when you receive these lovely thoughts, sometimes in the form of spoken word, sometimes in the form of circumstances around you, news that is on your TV, scrolling that you are doing, work tasks, instructors, professors, parents, highly number one, parents and guardians, okay? Sometimes those thoughts come to you, and then you have the job of, once you're an adult, because I'm not talking to the little kids, you know, when you're a kid, you're just accepting, you're a sponge, you're sucking it all in, it's all true. But when you get to that age of maturity, once you begin to understand, hold up, now it's your job. Now it's your job to be mindful. of what is milling around in your mind, of what's milling around in your body. What are you feeling? What are you doing with your body? There's been too many of my lovely, lovely friends who carry a whole lot of stress and their body is responding. If you go and search it for yourself, you ain't got to take my word. A lot of the immunodeficiencies are linked. A lot of these chronic issues are linked to the stress that we carry, okay? To the stress that we don't release. Let me say it like that, because I think everybody carries, but to the stress that we have not learned how to release. And I'm not even a fan of that word, manage stress. Okay. If you're in a situation where it's just continually stressful, then I can see in that space saying, hey, learn how to manage your stress. Excuse me. At the same time, I'm going to encourage you to learn how to release that pressure up off of your mind and up off of your body. And a lot of times it goes to revisiting those thoughts. What are you thinking about? What thoughts are your constant company? And if you do not know, okay, that's fair. You know what I mean? A lot of thoughts can be swarming, but it is high time you sat down to find out. We're in 2025. You are whatever age you are. And I gotta say, day count wise, you're not getting any younger, even though you may be marvelous and inside getting younger and younger every day. However, that age count is still running up. You feel? So take that time, make it 2025 that you focus and tend to your mind. Mindfulness is not optional. You know what it is? Mental health. Like literally. And mental health is not optional. All right. So forgiveness, I touched on forgiveness a little bit earlier. And I won't press the vein of religion or morality. I will simply say, let people be newly themselves. Let people be newly themselves. If someone has made efforts to make amends, hey y'all, and showing up as a better behaving person, please let them. Don't hit them with you guys are always, hey Miss Fran, hey Scott. Don't do that to the people around you. Have mercy. Have mercy. The same mercy that you would want had for you. Like seriously, have mercy. And it's not hard. It's not hard to be merciful. It's not hard. So I'm going to encourage you to investigate that. I'm going to encourage you to investigate any ill will that you harbor in for anybody. Seriously, knock it off. Ooh, I wonder if that made that mad. Let's see. Let's see a delay. We might make that go away because I don't like delays, y'all. Okay. Let's see if this speeds it back up. Yep, it does. That's a magical. So now I know my banners slow things down. I'm learning right with you guys as we're going. Okay, so your forgiveness. Do you have ill will toward anybody? Are you angry? Are you pissed? Are you mad? Do you feel rejected? Do you feel put upon? Do you feel heavied by someone? Do you feel ignored? I'm trying to touch on all those things that will kind of cause a person to feel a certain way. Do you feel robbed? Do you feel slighted, unseen? Do you feel like someone needs you to shrink and be smaller so they can be bigger? Do you feel used? I'm poking those thoughts for you, because if you're feeling that vibration well up, like when I speak the word, like, okay, chances are that's yours. So deal with that emotion. Don't let it be a constant company, because that's a negative company. You really don't want to keep that. All right, fast forward we go. Personal development. For 2025, please do not let that be optional. Develop yourself. You can develop yourself right here for the free with SXP MetaMorphosis 365, this growth podcast. We're on episode 40, and I gotta say out loud and real quick, I know we've run a couple of shows on replay, and then I've done segments. So one show had like 3 parts. So I will say, it says 40, but it might be more than 40. But the point is, you can go back to 1 and glean, like literally play it, take notes, implement. Don't just be a seer or a hearer. Be that doer. Make the difference in your daily life. I'm working on something really fun, actually. and it's called Todaily. I was doing something and I was trying to say today, said Todaily, and I'm like, you know what? That's exactly true. It is Todaily because today, every today you have is that's it. And then the work that I'm working on in that specific book is to be implemented daily. So Todaily is that journal, and it'll be out soon. But that's the point. Make your personal development a daily venture every day, at least 10 minutes. It is not an option. And I generally pray throughout the day. Like I'm quiet. A lot of times I'm quiet. But most of the times I'm praying. I have a constant prayer going on in me, just like without ceasing. And that is just the nature of who I've become. Because I wasn't always that way. Okay. And then I'm taking in learning, whether it is with coaches, whether it is with books. I'm a super huge fan of audio books. Yes, yes, yes. And then physical books. I love to sit and touch and thumb those pages and just get a little block of information and really mull it through. And as an author myself, I hope to be that place of learning for my readers as well. I finished a book already this year, and we are on day 7. So I'm very grateful to God for that. The book is called A Place to Stand. It is written directly to the hearts of those who have lost someone they love. When that hole and that void and that ache is present, sometimes it's easy to stay down because you've been knocked down. So I wrote a bit speaking directly just to those hearts in hopes to encourage them and give some means, offer some methods to move forward. So that is done. Get the picture? So my personal development, not only taking it in, but preparing it and providing it for others. That is a daily effort. Wrote some poetry and probably about 5 or 6 poems in for this year. So you get the picture. Personal development, develop your skills, develop yourself, develop your mind, develop the strength of your static mind. Develop your ability to construct mentally, to construct spiritually, because that is a part of your development too. I speak a lot about the physical because people understand that a little bit faster, some folks, but some of y'all get it. Everything is in spirit first, all right? Everything starts in spirit first before you see it in the natural. It's mind, it's idea, it's vibration preceding that. So learn your pathways. Folks, land in the word manifestation. I love that word too. It's a really fun word. Down to the number count. Get it? However, before it's physically manifested, it's tangible to you, there's some creation going on. And that's part of your personal development. You must sit in that seat of acceptance that you are a co-creator. I'm a fan of Christ, so I say it this way: you are a co-creator with Christ. You got dominion here. You were given the responsibility here. We the people, we are responsible for what's going on in this earth. All right? That's on us. So we don't get to look at God and be like, why God? Even though I do it sometimes when I'm upset. I will ask God why. And at the same time, I am reminded I was given tools to construct the better that I seek. And so if I'm putting my tools to work, that God spark and energy and creation is there. The germ is there. So that again is part of personal development. What needs to be developed in you? Possibly you need to develop your mouth. I like potty words. I like the cuss words. I like them a lot. And I use them freely, but I bet you money, there's some times where they're nowhere near me. Like they're nowhere near me. There's no desire. I have no need. I.e. sometimes like when I'm teaching, it's not there. It's mostly when I'm in shenanigans or something, or passionately angry about something. Okay, get the picture? So I made it a marker decision to develop my mouth. Because I'm not going to be cussing out like that. I have an extended vocabulary. My lexicon is amazing. And I can put it to use. All right. So this is just something about me that I'll share with you. So what do you need to develop? Is your mouth loose? Do you gossip? Do you shoot at folks with your tongue? So be reminded. It's all personal development. And I will add that there is a measure of accountability on the other side of things that you develop. You understand? You are responsible for what you create. Okay. Growth with me and SXP, and that's your last one. Let me run right back through the list. Gratitude, love, loyalty, patience, mindfulness, forgiveness, personal development, and then growth with me and SXP is the last key on that review of the last episode that we talked about. And I am going to go back to the beginning and have some more in-depth conversations about earlier teachings. So rock with me 2025. We're going to slow it down and enjoy it. Ooh, I just bumped something and I don't even know what I bumped or touched, y'all. Magic. And I don't know how to make it go away. I don't know what happened. I touched something. Help us, Jesus. Okay, so I need it to move so I can do this. Oh, well, there we go. Yay. I don't know what I touched. I'm learning. And I ain't want to try to touch nothing. Okay, so growth with me and SXP. Let me share with you the ways that you can grow with me and SXP. SXP stands for Sanctuary Experience, if I've not said that out loud, and if it's not clear from the screen. I'm the founder of Sanctuary Experience, where we serve folks in leadership now. The 3-day experiences that we offer are for women. March 7th through 9th, that is going to be available. Come away with us for 3 wonderful, intense days, because it's not a retreat. It is an experience, and that experience is designed to help you release, restore, renew, have some sisterhood, eat real good, be in a beautiful place and unpack anything that needs to be unpacked, from sadness that's been lingering to overwhelm to trauma. We work head to toe. I have an awesome affiliate partner in Florida, Dallas Cohen. You can go to thereboundcoach.com/sanctuary as well to find out more about the 3-day event and be a part of it. We fill up fast. So do quickly. Yes, we have that event more than once a year though. It is September. So for this March, the event is $1,500 to experience and to stay on site. All right. And then in September, it's $1,600 for the 3-day event. I believe it's the second weekend of September. I'll have to go back and check my calendar and see where I set it, but it will be within the first 2 weeks of September. So do know that and prepare for it. So that's one way that you can come grow with me in SXP. That is for the women. I got to reiterate that. Now everything else is for everybody. A Day of Healing is February 8th, 2025. A Day of Healing Love Fest 2025. Let's be clear. Please do go to Clubhouse app. If you don't have it, download it for that week, for that 24 hours, and be a part of an amazing conversation. It is our 3rd annual social impact project, and we come together to hold space for one another. Got some DJs on board, some keynote speakers happening. I kick off the conversation with my partner, Scott Harrell, at midnight. And we go till 2 a.m, and then we hand the baton over to the next set of moderators. And that happens every 2 hours. So you have fresh humans with beautiful hearts to carry the conversation for 24 hours. I invite you to invite yourself and come on, RSVP your place in that room. Again, the room is Sanctuary XP Master Key Mindset. Those 3 words, Master Key Mindset, are written backwards at the edge of the title, Sanctuary, the letters XP. Find us. All right, come be a part of what we're doing. Beautiful beginnings. Beautiful beginnings. And we've been at it for a bit, so 3 years in, still new. I think that's still new as far as business goes, right? And love and projects. So be a part of that. You can grow with SXP that way as well. And then I do host a mastermind. You'll have to connect with me to get access to that. We're kind of comfy and cozy with one another, and we invite carefully. And you can email me at lifeissanctuaryxp@gmail.com. Lifeissanctuary, the letters XP @gmail.com. And you can use that email to get anything answered that you need to. All right, let's go else. How else can you grow with me in SXP? This podcast, binge it. Go ahead and watch the first episode and let it ride. Make your way all the way through. The majority of them are 1 hour, so plan for it, put it on your calendar. And then this way, and I kid you not, this is not a one-time replay. For the majority of the things that I'm teaching, you need to listen more than once, and that's okay. Nothing wrong with that. Glean as much as you can glean. Take as much as you can take away from it and put it to work. Put it to work in your life. Let it make a difference for you. All right? So that's several things. Other than that, you're welcome to reach out to me for one-on-one coaching, for small group coaching, for keynote speaking, and for personal performances as a spoken word artist. Lady Molotov in the building. Okay, so those are the ways that you can grow with me and SXP. And I mentioned the spoken word with my chest sticking out feather-like, sort of, in the sense of I believe in playtime. Like, we need to play as adults. Some of us have lost our imagination and forgotten how to play. I be about the business of reminding folks we get to play. We get to engage our imagination. When you have a healthy, fluid imagination, life can move with you. It can move through you, right? Healing can move through you. Energy moves through you. The fun, the love, the relationships you gather and gather. So I encourage you, if you have forgotten how to play, run. Hurry up and run in my DMs and let me know. And I will offer you this. If you'd like to work directly with me and you know that you want to make your 2025 excuse free and you'd like to achieve every goal that you set out and still need a plan, some strategies and discovery, you can text discovery strategy to 321-443-2495. And that's like one word, discovery strategy. Text me. Get on my calendar. Come get this love work because I love people back to life. It is what I do. It is who I am consistently. And I got receipts. So it's wonderful. And it's not a prideful thing. It literally is it's lovely. It's lovely. That's what it is. So now that we've gotten the first things out of the way, let me see if nope. Okay, I was just peeking to see. Now I do need to pop this real quick and say this, and then I'm gonna come back for some shenanigans. Give me a moment. All right, here we go. Show me that. You see that QR code? Remember I told you about BLASTMUSIC247 and how you can go over there and register as a member to enjoy the music, or as an artist to have your music and video content, audio content enjoyed during the podcast? Well, go ahead, get that QR code and put it to use. It makes it simple. Become a part of the Blast family and enjoy. And then also, you know what too? Poopers. I have this wonderful video that I made to showcase all of the podcasts that are on Blast currently. And I have a new one that's updated, and I'm going to load that one up and show it to you guys next Tuesday. Very happy about that. It's pretty freaking awesome to consider all the wonderful people that we have around us here in this Blast family. Now the fun part is I put it up. There we go. And I got to take it away. Good stuff. All right. So now we're going to attempt to do magic. Now, I don't know if this magic is going to work. We're going to find out together. I went live earlier today on Instagram, and then I found this mystical magic button here saying that, ooh, I could share my screen. And I figured, I'd like for you guys to know that I am Santa's helper on Instagram, and I'd love for you to connect. I go live on Instagram every so often, kind of more frequent, so if you'd like to engage my content there, please do. As well, for this year 2025, I am I'm looking forward to adding so much more content to my Melikia K Courtney YouTube channel. Today, years old, I did my first reaction video. It was so much fun. I had like 3,500 plus views, and it was silly. It was fun. So I really enjoyed it. I'll do more of it because it was fun. But I did go live and just talk to the people and share some things. There's some mischief afoot in the video, but I think the message is sound. Let's see if we have enough time to share it. I think we do. So now let's figure this part out. I'm going to share my screen, and you guys are going to get to see my screen. Oh wait, that was the wrong one. Present. That's the magic button. Let's go. Okay, let's see. That's the one. And entire screen. I don't know. Let's do that. So this is what we're gonna do. And poof. Can you see it? Can you see it? Let's see. Oh, I might need to add to the stage. Yes! Oh, it's the infinite mirror though. Okay, so at least we know I can get that part done. And what I will have to learn is how to get rid of the infinite mirror. So for now, I'm gonna let that be. And when I learn that, I will share more. It's so much fun to learn, y'all. Like it's wonderful. And since I can't play it here, what I'll say is go over to my Instagram channel, which is Santa's Helper, SANTAZHELPR. Show me some love, follow my page, and check out, I'll pin it. I'll pin the video that I'd like for you to see. And any videos that are pinned, go ahead and see those. And I also share something that's important, I think, to share here. How many times are you going to get up? Whew. Life hits hard sometimes. It hits hard. It doesn't care what day it is, if it's your birthday, if somebody just died. Life is not about that. Life is about lifing. And it is about teaching you and strengthening you, and it will knock you down. How many times are you going to get up? And that's the question that I posed today. How many times are you going to get up? Every time. Every time you get knocked down, every time you're disappointed, every time it doesn't go the way you think it's going to go, get up. Get up. Get up. If you're still breathing, there's a chance to do something amazing. There's a chance to do something wonderful. Get up, get up, get up, get up, get up and do it. Okay, so my little hopes and dreams went away. Not really at all. Okay, I'm pulling up my notes. I guess I'm not. There we go. So I figure, well, I think I kind of said everything that I wanted to say, really. Like we went through the part that I wanted to review, right? I gave you those notes. Those are keys. Go back through it and enjoy it. And then go to Santa's Helper on Instagram. Check out the pinned posts. And then go to, I'm just sending you on like a whole, what do you call this, scavenger hunt. But it is for the best and the most wonderful things and a little mischief and funny along the way. Melikia K Courtney on YouTube, and follow. Make sure you're subscribing to Blast too. What a wonderful place. Click through. I know according to Courtney, I believe that was on Monday. Check it out. On Thursdays is Shine Vibrations with Sunshine Cromwell. She kicks off at 7 p.m. on a Friday for her. And then on Sunday is the Louisiana Lyricist Lounge. That's a tongue twister, so I have to say it extra slow. Louisiana Lyricist Lounge with Paul Cram. And that is an awesome show. I believe 8 p.m. Eastern. There's the Power Ups that comes on tonight right after my show. So it's important to me to shout out my folks. Crazy Callers Concoctions. That's on Thursday. That's a dope show. Way fun. I know the Ranch also. There's Pep Talk. There's a lot of wonderful things that I hear. So tap in, mama. Subscribe. I did see saw a video that I posted, had 92 views and not a comment. Like it was like ghost peeking. Okay, don't be a ghost peeker. Say something. Say hi. Say I appreciate the content, or do better. Say something. Hey, partner, let's see. Hey, Dr. Salisha, how are you? Thank you for pulling up. That's what's up. It's nice to see you. And I pretty much did the review for today already, my dear darling lady. Boop, boop, boop. And normally I stay on and teach for like the full hour, but I really feel like I've said what I needed to say. If I am to offer anything more, it would be this. Be aware of who people need you to be. And in your being, make sure it is who you desire to be, right? Not just conforming for peace sake, or not just conforming to appease. Define you for you, and then that way you're living as you, and the things that come, whether circumstances, rewards, situations, or otherwise, you are able to own it. And there's no blame. There's no blaming anyone else. And there's limited or minimized regret. So that's part of the conversation that I was having earlier, as well as saying thank you. Again, back to the gratitude. Thank you to all of the people who have supported me along these journeys, y'all. I have been through some wonderful and wild journeys. And all the same, I've had an awesome group of folks and different communities and groups of folks who loved me along the way and pulled up, showed up, shared love. So in that, I am super grateful. I am thankful for the phone calls, the emails, the text messages. Hallelujah. Y'all that text me, y'all don't even know how much I love y'all. Because I don't do a whole lot of time on phones because I'm busy, right? So I'm grateful for the love. For my clients, good God, thank you for letting me love you. And for listening, like for believing me when I said do XYZ and doing it and getting those results, because it's pointless for me to sit and teach it if you're not taking it and chewing it, ingesting it, digesting it, and then put it to nurturing use. Pointless. So thank you for being amazing. Thank you for being amazing. And oh God, the willing. Thank you for my editing clients, the coaching clients, the ghostwriting clients, my graphics clients. I have a lot of folks to thanks, to say thank you to. So thank you. I'm deeply grateful. And when I have those moments where it gets to be where it's a lot, and I'm producing, and I feel like I'm not seeing this in a day, I'm reminded I'm about my purpose. And my purpose is impactful, and I have receipts. So I can't even sit there and wonder if my work is effective, because I already see that it is. I get the phone calls, I get the pull-ups, I get the cards, I get the messages and the emails and the love as a result of it. So I'm grateful, and I'm focused. And when we sit down to talk about 2024, all of what was accomplished, I'm going to have that conversation probably on Insta and maybe on YouTube too. Ooh, in the weed, there was so much good in 2024. That's how I know my 2025 is prime, baby. It's prime for excellence, for wonderment and greatness. Looking forward to it. I'll be performing at FAMU February 22nd. Catch up with me at Spoken Word. There's some speaking engagements. I have flight here, flight there. I'll keep you posted as time comes. I'll get that lovely flyer up and make sure that you guys know where I am so you can come rock with me. I'll be with Fight for Peace, who is a mental health initiative. We're going into the colleges. We're going to have these conversations with these students and help them to reduce that anxiety, that pressure that we talked about earlier, and prayerfully and pray with us that we're reducing suicides, okay, and reducing that bottoming out effect. We're after it. So keep us in prayer as we go do the work. There's a group of us, a wonderful group of us, and it's gonna be good. And then eventually it'll move over to, I know, streams on Hulu, Tubi, and a couple other things, yada yada. So I'll make sure everybody has that information. Most likely that'll be posted to Instagram and it'll also be posted to Facebook. And I'm also looking for a new social media. You guys know a new social media that's kind of comparable to Facebook and Instagram? If you do, please let me know. Like, and I don't see the comment after the live is ended here. I'll see it if you go to Melikia K Courtney YouTube and then post it in this video after. I'll be able to see it there. So please do, or message me if you have my number, or email me, yada yada, because I would like to begin some transitioning. I'm not liking too much of what I'm seeing happening with some of these decisions, and it makes me kind of like, okay, I'm gonna keep my eyes out for something good, for something great, for something steady and stable that reflects my beliefs and passions, the things I care about, core stuff. So I'm grateful for it all the same. I thank God for Facebook. I thank God for Instagram. They're really fun. I have a lot of content on them. It's been wonderful over the years, and it did what it did do. Amen. We done had our fights. We done made up. So it served. It served. And I'm grateful for that. Same time, I'm ready for something fresh. And I'm also looking at, I tapped in for an app, for my own app for SXP. So it's looking interesting. I'm learning and figuring out what's the best way to serve, to streamline and serve well, get the messages out, get the messages in, and then repeat. That's kind of where I'm at. Thank you so much for hanging out. We've said all we need to say. I'm going to get out of here. Enjoy your next 15 minutes to the hour hits. I love y'all. I'm grateful for you. Thank you for your time and attention. It's been amazing. And next week, come ready to run because I got some stuff in the cooker, and I'd like to get to it, and I'd like for you to grow. All right. Later, alligators. I have to push this other magical button because I almost hit the other one. But again.